Hi, welcome to AFTV. You've joined us for the preview of the Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal game, the round of 16, first leg at the Bay Arena. I'm joined by Robbie, I'm joined by lead judges. It's Invincible versus Invincible.
Live from the exotic location of Stansted Airport.
Live from Stansted Airport. Obviously, we're heading over to Leverkusen.
Don't knock Stansted Airport, thank you very much.
It should be at Gatwick, personally, just saying.
Why?
It should be
Why
at
should
Luton
we
Airport.
be at Gatwick?
Luton Airport's near
Luton,
or
Gatwick,
Heathrow.
Gatwick.
I
Heathrow.
always say Heathrow's the perfect airport.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Heathrow.
But is it even Stansted?
I don't mind Stansted.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. Well,
Near your house.
20 minutes on the Stansted Express, wasn't it, Joe? Like that, where we are.
As I started, it's Invincible versus Invincible. But who's going to win it? Always the question. Yeah.
Wow, I like that.
Obviously,
Like that. Invincible versus Invincibles.
Bayer Leverkusen also went Invincible 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot has changed since then. But they were Invincible more soon than what we were. However, we did it in the Premier League. They've done it in the Bundesliga. It's a big game. It's the Champions League round of 16. Arsenal in pole position after obviously topping the league phase.
Do you know what they've done? They've done exactly what we done.
What?
Broke up that team very early. I know, probably for different reasons.
Oh, right,
but
yeah.
That Invincible team, our Invincible team, was broken up
Straight away.
straight away.
Vert's gone, Frimpong.
And so was theirs.
Yeah,
Obviously for different
Xavi
reasons.
Alonso
but
obviously left.
Nkapia.
Nkapia, of course, will be returning back to Bayer Leverkusen as well for this game.
The main man.
He's available to play as well, even though he's on loan. I want to make that very clear. He is available to play in this game. He'll likely start. Let's get thoughts and feelings, because like I said, Arsenal being in pole position, I think it's 23 goals they scored and they conceded 4 in the Champions League. That shows all this narrative in the media, Arsenal boring, Arsenal crap. It's a big different story when it comes to the Champions League. So Rob, how are you feeling ahead of this game? Confident?
Yeah, listen, you've got to feel confident. I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, actually, Arsenal, not just this season, but last season as well, were absolutely brilliant away from home and at home in the Champions League. So, we can feel nothing else but confident going into this game. You know what I mean? Although, as we always know in Europe, you cannot be complacent. You know what I mean? I think the message for Arsenal is, remember Man City. They were very complacent when they played Leverkusen. They rested loads of players. Listen, we ain't going to rest players. But they rested loads of players and they got beat at home by Leverkusen. So I think, strong team, go out there, get the job done. There's a lot of players that had a full rest on the weekend. Declan Rice, Gabriel, Zubimendi, all these guys have been rested, right? So, that draw couldn't have been better for us playing Mansfield to allow us to rest these players. And now, go and get the job done, hopefully in the first round. It ain't going to be easy, but do well in the first round, and then we got the second tie at home, which we didn't have that last year, that luxury.
Rob's doing the whole, I get it, humble, take it as it comes. I'm not going to go too far the other way, but I'm kind of like, go and show your dominance. I know we don't see that in the Premier League games, but who remembers, remember the round of 16 game last year that Arsenal played in the Champions League?
Yeah,
yes.
PSV.
PSV.
So remember the score
PSV, 7-1.
All right.
But
Right.
I'm sure Leverkusen are going to be aware of that, and they're not going to be as open as. I thought PSV when we played them that day were very arrogant, innit? Remember we went there, they had that big celebration going. It weren't, they were in a good
the
mood.
festival outside, all that, yeah.
And the way
That's
they
true.
just went gun-ho at us, we just picked them off and we absolutely destroyed them. Don't expect Leverkusen to do that.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to come to you, Lee. Obviously, it was 9-3 in aggregate overall. They drew 2-2 at our place, but ended up being obviously 9-3, like I said, now good. But I'm quite confident that, in the Champions League, we see a different Arsenal. Are you confident, or are you saying, is Robbie right? It's the Champions League, you can't take anyone?
You say a different Arsenal in the Champions League. It's different competition now. There's a little bit less pressure on those games, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of a safety net. You've got to get top 8. It's not like...
What games? In the league
but now
phase.
It becomes a knockout stage, so there's a different pressure.
But last year was the knockout phase.
And we've done well in it. I'm not saying that we didn't. So, I want to see a little bit more of the same. Obviously, quarterfinals 1 year, semi-finals. So, we're progressing.
Yeah, well, I was going to mention that.
But how I look at it is, it'd be really interesting. We've got a massive game at the weekend. So, what does he do? Robbie's on for this strongest team, and I understand.
He's on strongest team. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's saying?
That's what he's saying.
Listen, he's still with this thing about
Everton
wrestling. Listen, we've been having this thing since we've been doing Forever Arsenal, where Lee's been saying for this game tomorrow night.
You can rotate a little bit.
He's saying,
you can rotate.
Thank you.
He's saying rest Declan Rice. That's crazy. This is the first leg of a Champions League game.
Rotate.
You're playing a very good side. You don't rotate anybody.
No, you
this
rotate.
This is a big game. Rotate who?
You do rotate. You don't have to.
All right, who are you rotating?
Oh,
you two tell me who you rotating. Who are you rotating?
Declan Rice.
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
The first leg's a bit mad.
I would say that because it's first league. You got to get up. You can
first.
defend and get a draw or whatever, and take a win. Defensive performance. I get that. I understand what Robbie's saying, that you want to go in and win this game. But I do think along the line we've got so many big games. You're going to have to look to rotate at some stage.
Not now.
Yeah, I don't mind Havertz or Gyökeres starting up front. I don't mind that. Would you play Havertz as a midfielder today or
No.
or not? I wouldn't today.
Gyökeres starts up front. Gyökeres didn't play at the weekend. He's been rested, right? Declan Rice has been rested. They've been rested for tonight or for tomorrow night. They've been rested for that game.
That's true. That's why they will play.
You know,
they will play.
Zubimendi. You know what I mean? How much more rest do they need? You know what I mean? They've had a rest. This is a very, very important game. You want to get off to a great start. We can't be counting our chickens, you know, before they hatch it, right? We need to go and win this game, or we need to go and get a result in this game. Don't suffer a defeat.
I don't want to suffer a defeat, but
against Mansfield we rotated, yeah, and I know there's a couple of 16-year-olds playing in a game in that, right? That was a tough game.
Yeah. Listen, every
Six-
game.
six-
You know what I mean?
16-year-olds stood
And that's
out.
Mansfield, let alone by a Leverkusen.
16-year-olds stood out for me.
I'm at the belief that every game's tough, like, you know what I mean? I'm not taking these lightly, but I'm just saying this is last 16. If you was to draw this game, you've still got the other game. That's all I'm saying. If we draw against Everton, it's a disaster. You know, this is the thing.
Yeah, but Lee, I'm rather of the thing like you play Declan Rice from the start.
Yeah,
if you're getting a positive outcome to the game, right? Say you're a couple of goals up, then you can take him off early.
Could you rest Saliba? He's just coming back from injury. Could you rest him and put Mascara in there?
Possibly a Saliba because he's
well.
just coming back from injury. But for me, if Saliba's fit, he plays. I'm like the number one team plays this game. This is the first of 2 games, you know, and you can rest up because it works both ways as well. Think about it like this, Lee, right? If say Declan Rice and Saliba played tonight and we had a positive outcome, then they played on the weekend. You could possibly then rest them for the home game because you might have a lead already.
I agree with that. I think that is something that we may have to be thinking along the lines of doing. You know, particularly because this is at the beginning of the competition. You know, we're going deep in the competition. Listen, the FA Cup draw, by the way, was a big thing for us because you can actually say, right, okay, in 2 weeks' time, we can rest those players now. Like we can leave a Declan Rice or something. So I think because of that cup draw, I think the dynamics of this game changed a little bit. So
the other thing as well, let me just say this, right? And I'm a true believer of this sometimes, right? Psychologically, yeah. This resting things. If players start, if that gets into their head too much,
yeah, I agree.
Sometimes they think they need a rest when they don't need a rest. I think if the one criticism I used to have one time, sometimes of Arsene Wenger, used to be that it used to be like too much resting, over resting of players. Sometimes you've got some players that they don't want to be rested; they want to play, and if they're fit and they're strong and they ain't got no problems, play them. Because you can get into everybody's head. Oh, rest, and I don't always need that.
Totally agree with that. But the last few games, I have seen a very weary Zubimendi, a very weary Declan Rice.
I agree.
So like that's my and because Marino's injured and Odegaard's not about at this moment in time, these guys are having to probably do a little bit more than what they should be. But that's how it is, you know what I mean? So
obviously some players that they've got, that Leverkusen's got Gramado, I think is a really good player. They've also got Quansah actually from Liverpool there.
Yeah.
He's there. My friend Nathan Teller, who tried to get involved in this preview, he's injured though, he won't be available. But they got good players. They finished 16th in the league phase and obviously went to have the playoff. Now they're playing against Arsenal. It's time to get score prediction. Before I do that, let me be cheeky and ask you guys aren't going to do it because I know you're not, but the Champions League or the Premier League, what one do you want more? So they
I think we both said it. Me, it's Prem.
Premier League.
Prem's the most important for me because I don't know. With me in the Premier League, it's just like for 3 years we've been runners up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be runners up again. I want to win that.
Yeah,
you know
fair.
what I mean? Like, you know, so that's the priority for me. But I do actually think we've got a great chance of winning this as well. I think
I was going to say that was going to be the next question. What's the minimum requirement?
You know what? You think about it, Cecil, right? Last year, like you guys just said, quarterfinals, semi-finals.
Yeah.
So we're knocking on the door. Last year, it was a brilliant performance by Donnarumma,
We lost to the winners.
and we lost to a very, very good side in PSG. They shocked everybody at how good they was, right? And they were the deserved winners of it. But we were close. We weren't like what they'd done with Inter in the final. They didn't destroy us.
No.
And along the way, remember, like you said, PSV 7-1. I think we were Sporting, remember, 5-1. We were
smacking teams
So
up.
we're close.
With that, yeah.
We're close to this as well. I truly believe
What you said? What you said?
Well,
we can win this as well. We can win this.
As well.
The other,
We can,
the
yeah. I
other
think
thing is, I think we've
it's
got
hard to win because it's a knockout competition, and anything can happen on a given day. But I do think we have
the run-ins.
we have the
favourable,
squad to win this.
the key to it is that like
Some big
you can
steps.
turn around and say like, what do I want to win? I want to win the league, right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and if you was to say to me, oh, like win the league and then maybe next season go for the Champions League, but then the luck of the draw.
Yeah,
If next season you could be all in
the group of death,
the
or-
group
yeah,
of
yeah.
how it's gone last season. So there's an opportunity now with the way the draw's gone to turn around and go, do you know what? We can go at least semi-finals here and anything can happen. So listen, I think that if you was to put, me on the spot, I would say, look, I want to win the league. I want to win the league. But why can't we go for both of them? Why can't we? Because
We can go for both of them.
the draw's been favourable for us.
I
Yeah,
love.
and again, I like to emphasise this: we earned that draw.
Yeah.
We earned it, right? It's not like the FA Cup where it's just pulled out of a hat, right? This one, we finished top. We didn't lose a game. That's the first time that's ever been done, right? And we have earned the right to be on the easier side of the draw
you know
because
what?
we came top.
100%.
I really am loving the energy. One amongst the Arsenal fans here in the airport, I met a guy called James and Pay at Ryanair. They're all buzzing, and the mood right now around Arsenal fans is brilliant. And even hearing you lot say that, we can win. We can win both. We can. The fans don't want to say it because they don't want to jinx or anything, but it's nice to hear. And the mood right now around Arsenal fans is brilliant. Let's get score predictions for this game. It's going to be the first against Bayer Leverkusen. Let's start with Commonwealth League. How do you think this game's going to play out? What do you think the score's gonna be?
2-0 to the Arsenal.
That's safe, isn't it? Safe.
That's me, safe. Safe hands.
Safe.
I went.
David's team.
I went 2-1. We ain't really been keeping many clean sheets.
Yeah, we
remember?
haven't.
Clean sheets has been a thing that we haven't been
Putting
keeping
your
for a
best
while.
side out, Rob. Come on.
Yeah, well, we've had our best sides out and we still haven't been keeping clean
That's
sheets.
true.
Had a good side out against Brighton. We didn't. We did keep a clean sheet against
Yeah.
Brighton.
Yeah.
That's true, but we haven't been keeping enough clean sheets. But I'll go 2-1. If it's 2-1, I'll be happy.
Oh, I actually was going to go 2-1 as well, but I just think
Any
it could.
positive result today,
That's what matters.
over there. Like, even if it's a draw, you got
You got the home
you
fixture.
got the home fixture.
But could we be in for a shock result like we saw at PSV? Is there any chance could it be a big scoreline? I'm going to go 2-1.
I love that.
You've said
I love it,
you've said
but
no.
no.
You've said probably not. But
No,
I think it'd be closer.
Because
I
as
think-
soon as we score, Mikel will be going back.
nah. All right. Well, listen. That is it. We'll end it there. That's our score predictions. Let us know in the comments. Do you think it's going to be a big scoreline? Will it be like last year against PSV, or will it be a conservative, hopefully a win to Arsenal? We get them back at the Emirates. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video, and we'll see you over in Leverkusen.